It's through the experiences that we have in life that bring us to that divine timing. And it took me loving myself more and getting to know myself before I realized that it's okay if I love myself and I don't have to have someone controlling every little thing I do. So divine timing is the most beautiful spoken word that I think anybody could speak.
Hello and welcome to Deals with Heels, where female entrepreneurs thrive. I'm Debra.
And I'm Christina.
We're your hosts. We are in our 17th episode. That's pretty exciting.
Yes.
We're the second episode of The Time Key, our latest series. And the topic of today's podcast is
Divine Timing.
We have a special guest in studio, Ms. Tammy Conover. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes. Tammy is a great female entrepreneur. How many businesses do you own, Tammy?
Well, right now I have 2 businesses and then I'm an artist full time. And so I do custom art and then I do what's called soul painting. So I stay very busy, but I love it because actually everything I do in my life is my passion and I have a passion for it. So, and mostly I work with animals and I get to interact with a lot of people and I get to work with souls and I absolutely love it.
Awesome. Well, we're so excited to have you.
And I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
And I think a very apropos topic for Tammy and her spiritual work with divine timing. And we've had at least a couple of guests on here that when we asked them how they started their business, and it was divine, it was God, it was...
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's how I started my business.
There's always that.
And can I add to that?
Absolutely.
I think, too, when you talk about divine timing, I love the word divine timing because for me, I feel like that we go through periods in our life and we grow. And because of the growth we do, that God or spirit, however you want to say it, brings these opportunities to us, which I feel like that I am finally in a place where I really want to go with spirit and with people. And so I'm all about divine timing. I tell people all the time, divine timing, divine timing. Everything happens in divine timing. And I believe that. And today I'm sitting here because of divine timing. So I love that.
When we left her house, it was like, what's this epic? It's divine timing. Yeah. It's what I strive to do. You know what I mean? Like put myself in places at the right, you know what I mean?
I think that kind of my whole goal in life is to have divine timing happening in my life. Yes. So I know I'm on my path. It always feels sort of that it's happening. That,
yes.
The comfort level of divine timing is something that is kind of hard to explain.
Well, it's through the experiences that we have in life that bring us to that divine timing. So in other words, could I had 10 years ago just figured out that narcissistic people were hard to be with in a relationship, I mean, in a good way, to be with in a relationship. And it took me loving myself more and getting to know myself before I realized that it's okay if I love myself and I don't have to have someone controlling every little thing I do. So divine timing is the most beautiful spoken word that I think anybody could speak.
I like that too. And we've both been on our healing journeys. And so it's us meeting divine timing. It was just the right place. And I definitely always, I love it. It's a song lyric, but that my history brought me to this place.
Oh, yeah.
And I like it here.
Yeah. Well,
right?
And divine timing is so important because if you're not ready to hear what Spirit's trying to bring to you, you're going to go through the same shit. And until it is about divine timing, that's when you're able to say, hey, I recognize this for what it is, and my soul deserves so much more. And I'm going to do away with all the bullshit behind me here, and I'm going to move forward. And so Spirit's always on top of us when it comes to divine timing. I don't care who you are. Everything happens for a reason and a purpose when it's supposed to happen. And that's so important.
It is. I asked my youngest son yet again, how many times is the universe going to have to teach you this lesson before you learn it? I have also said to myself multiple times in the last 3 weeks that I'm past this test.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, we want to, we're definitely going to get into a lot more conversation with Tammy, but
It could go very deep.
I agree. So we don't want to have to interrupt it. We have a regular segment, Tammy, that we do in every episode.
Okay.
And it honors something important to Christina and I, and we get to highlight a female-owned business. And the name of the segment is
Show Us Your Deals.
And it came about because one of the things that Christina and I bonded over were high heels, thus the name of the show. And one of the things that what we would do is if we had something good happen to one of us, whether that was we closed a deal or overcame some mindset obstacle that we were having, we would take a photo of the shoe we were wearing when we did it and send it to one another. And it became kind of a thing that it was very uplifting for both of us to have something to celebrate, whether it was her win or my good thing. So what we've done is extended that during this season. We haven't decided if we're going to have it next season too, but we encourage other female entrepreneurs to participate. And the way they can participate is they send us a photo of the shoe they're wearing when they did whatever they did that they're so proud of. They can email that to us at deals@dealswithheels.com. They can post it on social media and tag us or use the hashtag
DealsWithHeels.
And we monitor that and we pick someone that from that group of people and we honor them as Queen of the Week. And we have one in every episode and we talk about what their great thing that they did is that they're so proud of. And it gives us a chance to empower that business owner and to inspire others to overcome or whatever it is that they're dealing with. So this week, Christina, our Queen of the Week is?
Miss Donna Green from Fetch Pet Care. It's a dog walking and pet service. And so this was leaps and bounds over any other year when they completely booked out for the holidays. So
she's booked through the end of the year already. She was really proud of herself.
Oh, yes. I mean, that's huge when it comes to like, paying somebody to take care of your dogs and, getting all of that and making sure that you also have the employees to do it during the holidays. So
don't wait for last minute.
Oh, no.
And to you guys, I think...
You have a dog grooming business, right?
Yeah, I have a dog grooming business. But I also think, too, that I think we should all be on the same page as far as male and females, meaning that women should feel empowered with what they do because we put as much work into what men do and what their careers are, their business. And I think women should be recognized just the same as men. And it only makes a better world for all of us. Because we're both contributing in the same way. And that's empowering. And Women in Heels is empowering too. I just want to say that shows that a woman's empowered.
And we actually have quite a few male listeners and viewers on YouTube because we have a lot of great business information. Yeah. It's just provided by women.
Right.
And so we're not against men.
We just need to get some more men in here with their boots on. Because they won't wear their heels, but we'll wear their boots.
We only have women as guests, though. But we aren't opposed. We have lots of great referral partners that are men.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's the men that are with the women that you empower as far as...
It's definitely a balance that's missing in the world these days when it comes to the masculine and the feminine. Yeah. And I think that the world really is less because of it. I think it's more violent because of it. We just don't have that balance that we need. And I definitely think empowering women professionally can help us find that balance. But divine timing, when the time is right, we will be balanced, right?
Yeah. It's all about the yin and the yang. I mean, as women, we do need some masculine energy in us. And men need feminine.
both.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
maybe Donna's going to be a good referral partner for you. Our
Yes.
Queen of the Week. We need to
Yes.
finish
Yes.
that out.
Yes. So
Fetch Pet Care. It's a
okay.
cute name, Fetch.
That's cute.
It's very cute. She's
Yeah.
an awesome. I've met her before out networking, and she does a great job. And so, congratulations, Donna. She is our Queen of the Week. I encourage you to check out her website. That'll be in our show notes.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. So we definitely want to dive deep into our discussion with Tammy. One of the things that we mentioned that Tammy does is soul painting.
Yeah.
And to really get a good feel for it, Christina and I had a soul painting session with Tammy last week, and our paintings are behind us. For those of you that are on video, you'll be able to see them, but you really should go to YouTube and check it out because they are really, really cool. And it was a great experience for both of us. And I'm excited to talk about the process, but also about how you started the business.
Well, y'all, it's funny. Many years ago, I started this journey just because of the fact that I worked for my mom for like 16 years. And then she had a chain of businesses working with children. And so then I decided to go to college at 33, and I went to TU. And I went to college and I got a degree in mental health and psychology and sociology. And then, so now today I take that education and I combine it with my spiritual journey, and I combine it all together. And I just have this passion for people. I just have I feel inspired. I have a passion for people. So in saying that, so I got my education. And then at the time I was getting my education, I decided to take a year off. And I took a whole year off work, and I did nothing but study spirit, religion. And for a whole year, and I learned so much about religion, about faith, and about spirit. And so today, this is the path I walk, and the path I chose through spirit is to help people and to connect with people and to help people on their journey and to make their path and their journey easier. Because I know as a child, I had a really hard path. And so I decided one day that I wanted to put all this together and help people. And just as the other day, excuse me, I saw a gentleman at Target, and he was a homeless gentleman, and I knew he was for real. You know, a lot of people are like, well, you know, those people aren't real. But, you know, I'm very intuitive, and I know if
you know when you know.
You know when you know. And
You can tell if you get close enough.
Yeah. So I gave him my coat, which I have a coat collection, so I didn't mind. And I would never mind anyways, only if I had one coat. I'd have given him my coat. So I gave him a coat, and I gave him money. And then he's like, hey, he's like, hey, can I shake your hand? I said, sure, you can shake my hand. Most people would be like, no, don't touch me. Mm-hmm. And his name was JoJo.
It's very Princess Diana of you. Do you remember that the whole AIDS stigma? Yeah. No one wanted to touch him, and she really made a big difference. So there's your Princess Diana moment.
So she did make a big difference in society, and she'll never be forgotten because of that. And so anyway, So
you Princess Diana, the homeless guy.
Well, yeah. So on my journey, I got started. I would just say that I just decided to do a whole year of spirit and do no work, have no commitments to anything, to corporate America or to anybody. And I just wanted to understand spirit, understand faith. So I took a whole year off from work, and I did that. And I got so connected to God and to spirit and to the divine energy is what I call it. And from that point on, I just knew I was here to help people and to be in people's lives. And, you know, and not, you know, and here's the thing, through soul paintings, what I do and connecting to people's souls, I may not be 100% on or 199% on, but I'm going to tell you my energy and the love and the care that I give in that experience, if it doesn't help you, I'd be surprised, because I am 1000% in helping people and helping people's souls to evolve and to grow, but especially to not have to just sit and deal with trauma, because trauma is the main thing in this lifetime. And each experience in our lives are different. And because of that, we experience different emotions and whether it's good or whether it's bad. And my goal is just to help people and to see people thrive and to move forward, in their lives, and to know that every lesson and everything we experience is a part of that journey. But then the outcome, if we can just be strong enough in the moment and get through it, in the end, the outcome is beautiful.
So you've done some soul painting sessions for some famous people.
I have. I've done a lot. I used to party with Miley Cyrus and Wayne with Flaming Lips. And now I haven't done her soul painting, but I have had that experience to be around them. And I've been around a lot of people, and I've experienced a lot of good things with a lot of people. And I won't mention a lot of names, and I don't even really want to focus on the fact that I know Miley and I know Wayne, because they're good people, they're genuine people, they're beautiful people, and what they give back to society is a beautiful thing. And I'm not out to get my name off of their name, but I will say that, yes, I love all the people that I've had the opportunity to work with and to help on their soul's path and on their journey. And so, yeah.
How, I think, because this show's about entrepreneurism and business, and I think it's challenging to have an art business, and it's challenging to have a spirituality business, and it's got to be very challenging to combine them. And actually, I mean, that's what you do, just how you're making your living. And I think I'm curious as to how you promote it. I'm a marketing person, so how you find your clients, and is it all referral and word of mouth, or
referral and word of mouth and faith in me? I have faith in totally what I do. I have such a passion for it, and I can't imagine doing anything else. And actually, my goal in 2024 is to help people 24/7.
Well, you got to sleep some. Are you?
Well, meaning that I don't want to do all these other things. I want to totally focus on my art, because here's the thing. So soul paintings are the greatest experience I've ever had in this life with people. But my custom pieces, like I did a custom piece for a lady, Mary, recently. And she said, when I delivered this custom piece, she said, Tammy, don't you ever stop painting, because you don't know how much joy you have brought to me and to my home. So anyway, so aside from all that.
Well, I have to say, from experiencing having my soul painting done and being there when, as Christina's was done too, is such a moving process. And it was very healing for me, and I know it was for you.
Oh yeah. I mean, here's the thing. This is my jam. She's got marketing all day long and I'm with you. This is why I say
I'm pretty spiritual too.
Yes.
So.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just one that this is my gem. This is what I love. And I do feel so close with the divine timing and, being able to do this. And I know what you're feeling right now, because it's tearing me up, because spirit is so close to us. And to know that you were brought into this moment at this time to deliver messages is truly remarkable. And when you brought up Princess Diana, I mean, that's like my idol. So it's one of those that, and what she did, she would go to the ends of earth for her children. She does go to the ends of earth for just people in general. And it's all about just putting more good in the earth and in the universe is going to be tenfold. And
she really harnessed her power.
Yeah. And we can't get everybody in that place, of course, on the earth.
Yeah.
But the more people we get, the more love and God energy we bring into the universe. And that's what's important for us all to live a very good life. And that's what we're here for, and is to live our best life. And I'm not saying we don't have lessons and things to experience, and that's okay, because those are the things that make us grow in our soul. But that's what we're all here for. But if we can lead by example and give good back out into the universe, that is what's most important for each of us to be well, like all of us to be well. And, I think about the homeless people, and I think about the vets who have served our country and who have been through that trauma. And I think about the homeless people too, and just people in general who deal with the everyday experiences of life, like depression and post-traumatic stress disorder and all that. I mean, they need us. We all need each other to bring us to a place of where we can be well in our souls and we can bring good to the universe. And for me, and I know with a lot of people, I'm sure that homeless people who finally get off the street and who can tell their story and share their story and help other people to not be homeless, and people who deal with it being in the military and going through that post-traumatic stress disorder and dealing with all that, and they can share their story and how that helps all of us, and through their life experiences and through the events that they've had to deal with. And I think that it's beautiful. I mean, really, in reality, it takes, and not that I don't want to say that it is sad that we go through those things. But in the end, we're good examples to help other people to move forward, and we can create such a beautiful world.
And that is how spiritual growth happens through all that pain. I mean, no, it isn't pleasant when it's happening. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and I don't want to go through no more hard times than I have to. I want it to be easy.
Yeah. What I'd like to do next is to really kind of give our listeners and viewers an idea of how spirit works and our painting. And I know that you have had some time to meditate on both Christina and I's paintings, and there's so much depth in them. I don't know that I'll ever. I think I feel something different every time I look at it.
And here's the thing. Here's what I tell people: when I do a soul painting or a custom piece, you're always going to see things that different. Like you may walk by it in the living room, hanging on the wall, and you feel a different energy, or you see something different that you hadn't seen before. And like in Christina's, I don't know if she noticed, but I added stuff after she left. So on Christina's, the orange in the middle was not there when she walked out that door. And I didn't add that until later. But I want to, without getting emotional, I want to say with Christina's, because hers is first hanging there. Christina, I know.
Tell it, baby. Tell it. Come on, get it out.
Okay, I know in my heart that you have been through some emotional roller coaster. And I just want to tell you that anybody, and not sharing too much of your personal business.
No, you're good.
I just want to tell you that you are an angel on this earth. Meaning,
yes. No, I'm kidding.
You are. You came here. You have to admit that the life that you are currently in has been hard. It's been very traumatic for not just you, but for your soul that you're sharing a path with on this earth. That's been very traumatic for the both of you. And you are a person of courage. And with that orange in the middle, that says, I got this shit. I'm moving past it. I am growing. I am learning. I'm going to do what I came here to do with my current situation. But by God, I am going to rock and roll. And you are. You're a fighter. You're a giver. You're a lover. You're of great strength, and your soul recognizes that. And you're not going to have anything else but that. You're always going to have great strength, great love, and a great life on this earth. You may have to go through some shit, but by God, you're going to get past it because your soul wants that. And this painting, your painting is really cool because it's about, to me, it's the soul that's been on this journey that has experienced so much in such a short amount of time. So it's not like you're 60 or 70 or 80 or 90. You're still young and you're still growing, but man, you have mastered it.
It feels very pensive to me a little bit. Like it's when I first saw it, I was like, she's just about to bloom. About to just
and it's
kick it all out. You know what I mean? It's very pensive.
Yes. Life's coming together for you.
Well, and I love it because it's not so chaotic. My life has been chaotic since the moment I entered this world. And
it's changing.
And I know very deeply that it is changing.
I think it does kind of represent change.
It does.
I can feel that from it. I really can.
And remember, blues are about change and new beginnings and new adventures. And you've got this. You've been through a lot. You've experienced a lot. But now your soul is like, I am ready to move forward. I am ready to experience the greatest of the good that Spirit and God has brought for me. And then we go to Debra. Well, we got some good stuff in there too. You know, it's all, to me, you're painting, you know, you've done it, you've lived it, you've experienced it, and you're like, now I am ready to move forward. I ain't putting up with nothing from my past. I'm not going back to my past. I'm not thinking about my past. I am ready to move forward. I am ready to fly and be free and have freedom. I am ready to explore. I am ready to see what the world has for me. And I can be any challenge that Spirit puts before me. And I believe that about you. I believe that about both of you ladies. And I see that, and the colors represent that, and the images and the signs and the symbols represent that. I mean, you're a fighter, you're a go-getter, and there ain't no one bringing you down, baby. You're like, I'm done. Two powerful women sitting here in heels. We know what the heels represent. Yes. But yeah, and it's funny how both of them are so different, but yet they're so similar and so unique. Mm-hmm. And they both kind of tell the same story. And I want you both to know that there ain't nothing that any man or any life experience can bring you down. That you are on top of the world. You're on top of it. You know that in a bad moment, you got to make it into a good moment. And you got to persevere and you got to move forward and accept it for what it is and be done with it, bless it, and move forward.
It feels like there's like blades in it.
Oh, there is blades. Actually, there's a lot of blades. And to me, that's you cutting through the dark stuff and moving past it. Yeah. You're not going to, neither one of you are going to let anything hold you down. You guys are two powerful women sitting here. And again, you guys got this. I mean, those paintings definitely describe two women in control and power, who's ready to persevere and move forward and do what you need to do. And I do feel like that you two will hit everything as far as your goals. You'll make your goals happen. You'll make things happen the way you want. And in the end, you'll be successful.
I see a phoenix in mine.
There is a phoenix in yours.
It's upside down, too. Yeah. You can kind of see that.
Uh-huh. Actually, you've got, I feel like that with Christian, hers is about, I'm exploring life and I'm moving forward and I get to go into a very deep world that's really cool. I get to explore parts of me that I've never explored in my entire life. Mm-hmm. And with yours, Debra, I feel like that you're definitely a fighter, and it doesn't matter what Spirit puts before you. You've got it. You'll beat the lesson. You'll move forward, and you're going to create with a life that you want for yourself. And I feel that in your energy too. I feel that actually in both of your energies. You know, and I will say, like, I come across people who I meet, and they're like, my energy is, it's very depressive. It's very sad. But not you all. Y'all got this. You girls really are in a place in this time that you can create and have the world that you want. You just got to persevere and keep wearing those heels higher. And no, but you really got this.
And, I mean, it makes me feel so good because this with this divine energy, I've constantly been tapping into my goddess energy and my divine energy. And it just, I was listening to one last night, so it's so nice to just really connect and be here.
And actually, what I just told Esteban tonight, I said that the next session we do in filming in my art room while I'm painting, and we're getting ready to do that next week. I told him, I said, I want to go back to the way I originally did this. And originally in my art studio on Walker, I would have on a headset and I would connect to spirit music and I would create. And with Esteban, I've been like not wearing my headset, but now I told him that next week when we film, I want to put my headset back on and I want to connect to that God energy, that God divine energy. And I want to make sure that, and I feel like that when we create my next piece, he is going to be blown away. And I feel like that I'm going to be blown away because here's the bottom line, you guys. When our souls, when you feel it, like what you're talking about and what you're talking about, when you get all excited and you get that feeling, that is when Spirit's saying it's time. Let's get it on. Let's move it forward. Let's create what you want to create. Let's be in that place mentally, spiritually, and emotionally and physically in your life. And I know you girls are on that path.
I definitely, I know that when we met, it was divine timing. I had fleetingly considered doing a podcast or a YouTube channel, and Christina and I met, and it's been her dream, but I didn't know that. I just called her one day and asked her if she wanted to start a podcast with me.
And that was my signal.
Happened.
That's where my spirit comes in. It's like listening to people and the vessels. And it was like, she said, you want to do a podcast? Yes, right now. Let's do this right now, because that was my ticket of, okay, I met this woman. Here it is. She's asking me, this is the right path.
And how this is how you're going to reach people. You guys are women of power, and I see that and I feel that. And this is how you're going to reach people, other women in life and men. You're going to reach both the feminine and the masculine side. And, there are a few men out there that got this feminine side too, and they want to connect to it, but they don't know how to quite connect to it.
Well, as a society, we've really limited their ability to feel emotions.
We made them to believe different, know, and but that's going to change. And you guys are the start to that change.
Fantastic.
And that's what we were talking about in the garage the other day when we had a conversation.
And I wasn't even in the garage, was I?
No, you weren't in the garage.
You weren't in the garage.
You would have liked that garage conversation, though.
Yes, it was a very good conversation.
It was my garage.
Yeah. It was your garage. Well, but seriously.
We were out, I have a pool table in my garage, and we were out by the pool table, and we got into a very deep conversation, and we just hung out there, and it was good.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about, is using
it's kind of like
platform.
this conversation.
Yeah, like we were using this platform.
Well, and I do want to add one more thing. And we talk about divine timing. That is why we're all three sitting here right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we as a three are going to change how women think about themselves, how men think. We are going to empower a lot of women and men. I cannot say that. I know for a fact that each and every person that hears this podcast, there's going to be change taking place in their soul. I don't care how dark you are. I don't care how depressed you are. I don't care where you are in your life.
Or how happy you are.
Or how happy. Something is going to change within your soul. And this is what we're here for right now.
Oh, Tammy and I have known each other.
Long time.
15 years, maybe?
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we hadn't really sat down and broken bread or anything.
No.
And long time. And
I know my love keeps getting bigger. It's probably this big because you waited so long. I'm just joking.
It was a really, I really enjoyed hanging out and doing all the soul paintings and watching Christina get hers and seeing all of that. It was such a touching moment to see how inspired you were, and I couldn't wait for mine.
Well, in one, it was so perfect. You actually went to my friend's giving right out because it was one, like when you meet somebody, sometimes you just know, and that you are truly in that. And it's like, the connection with you was very strong. And I was like, this could be, I'm an open book, but when it's my home, there's only certain people allowed in my home.
For real.
And that's the
for
thing.
all of us, right?
Yeah, and that for me too. And But actually, I did open my home recently for a Christmas Eve dinner for people on my Facebook page that I don't know. But I said, if you don't have a home to go to and a place to celebrate, come to my home.
There's always a place for the orphans at mine too.
Yeah,
We used to have orphan Thanksgiving in college when a bunch of people couldn't go home, and we would cook all different kinds of food. And
well, and I'm all about a good time, and at my home, you get to have a good time. There ain't nobody that walks out of my home saying, "Damn, I didn't love this experience," you know.
Or at least say, "Man, that was a wild experience."
Yeah. She kept her clothes on, but boy, it was good. no,
but
I have a good time.
I love throwing parties because it brings me.
You're like me.
It brings me joy. It brings me joy to bring happiness into people's lives. You know.
Yes.
I've thrown some pretty big parties myself in my day, so I think we're going to have some fun, ladies.
Well, and you know, it's about bringing people together and enjoying that. And actually, y'all, in all honesty, when I had sent out a message that on Christmas Eve, I'm going to have a get together at my home. And if you don't have a place to go, come join me, message me, and I'll give you my address. And 2 people sent me a message and said, you know, thank you so very much because I sit at home every Christmas by myself. So to me, that was a huge blessing.
And you know, I think about them. It's too bad that they don't feel the strength to have a celebration and invite people to their house.
Yeah,
some people, you know, maybe they're not as good of hosts and they don't want to have parties, but
yeah, and that's true. So, but then
people
there's
get in the
us
funk too
that make it up for it. Make up for it. So anyway, so yeah,
I will be in Colorado visiting my grandbaby. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Cool. But I am like you, having people, you know, just letting people know they're special, and people feel special, especially if they don't have anybody in their lives. And not all of us have family, and not all of us have a lot of friends. And so,
human beings need to feel included.
You bet. Everybody needs to feel included.
Yep.
Yes.
You got to feel included.
So we do good in our soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, are we coming to the end?
We are coming to the end.
Christine and I are always like surprised, like, I guess it's over.
I guess it's over. Till next time.
It's not over yet.
I know. What do we got?
No, it can't be over. No.
You know, what a great experience the soul painting was for us.
Good.
And I hope that, and in fact, I know our listeners and viewers are going to be really inspired by it. Yes. We will put links to your website in our show notes.
Amen.
And on our website. So you can, if you're interested in a soul painting experience, I highly recommend it. Tammy travels to do it. We talked about you went to New York City and you've gone to a lot of places to do them.
Yes, I travel anywhere in the world as far as doing what's called group soul paintings. And you can have up to 15 people, 20 people. I don't care how many people you have. I'll make sure that I'm there spending the time and putting in the energy to help the people that I'm helping. And actually, I got to just make one comment. I recently went to Scottsdale, Arizona. I did soul paintings for a few people. And the really cool thing was this one lady, I asked her after I did her soul painting, I said, hey, is there anything you want to ask me? Anything. And because prior to that, she didn't have any questions. And she said, well, Tammy, just ask Spirit, will I be okay? And I said, okay. So then I got so emotional. I showed her a soul painting and it said 100%. Y'all, 100% in big, bold numbers. And when I showed it to her, she was like, started crying. She was like, oh my God. And I was like, I know, oh my God, I'm like on the same page you are.
Right. So for the listeners, you know, she pointed that, she painted that before
she even talked to me. Yes,
right.
So that was really cool. And each and every experience that I have with each and every soul when I travel is the most phenomenal healing experience that I could have. And I know that that's the same feedback I get. They're like, Tammy, I don't even know how to express my gratitude to you and how you helped me in such a way. And in that same soul group painting I did in Scottsdale, I worked with a lady and she was going through a relationship where he was very abusive. And I just said during this soul painting session, I said, you have got to make other choices for your life and for your own well-being. And I'm not saying you don't love this gentleman, and I understand that and I honor that. And I said, but your soul deserves more than that. You don't deserve to be abused, and your children don't deserve to be abused. And I said, so make some different choices, and Spirit will support you and guide you and bring everything to you that you need to help you get on a new path. And I'm a firm believer that, and even with my own personal experiences, if we recognize where we are in the moment and we honor that and we listen to Spirit, God, however you want to present it, they're always going to bring us on a new path. We just got to have faith that they're there for us, and that there is better, and that there is good, and that we have an opportunity in life to live our best life, because that's what life's about.
And if you feel that intuition, act on it. I didn't have to act on it. And
that's a true statement.
Have the courage.
Yes.
Have the courage to act on it and to listen when you get those messages through intuition.
Because that is Spirit speaking to us. Our intuitiveness is Spirit talking to us. It's us, because of our insecurities, that create that doubt. Like, oh, it's just me talking to myself. No, it's Spirit.
Mm-hmm. And just taking that step.
Yeah.
I encourage everyone to do it. This is our first episode of the new year. And so what a great resolution we talked about with Joey, but boy, the spiritual side of it.
Yes.
And just relaxing and letting go and following your heart and your intuition. So next week we will continue the series, and we hope that everyone will tune in. And please share. Show us your deals.
Okay, and I do want to just add one more thing. Okay. I do want to say I'm very grateful to the both of you ladies, and I believe in what you do. I love what you do, and I love what I do. And I just want to say thank you so very much for having me in your presence, having my energy here with you, and reaching out to people and touching people's lives and helping people. And just thank you for this opportunity. I am so grateful. Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. We are grateful to have you, and we'll do it this time good. Ladies, show us your deals. Everyone, please listen, share, subscribe, download our episodes. You can catch the video on YouTube, and you can catch information about Tammy in the show notes.
Yeah.
And we're out. We did it, ladies.
Thank you.
Yay!